how's everybody doing? It is Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again. Just getting ready actually to watch the first of the semi-finals between Spain and Italy. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping for an Italy-England final, but it is a preview for tomorrow's game at Wembley, 8 o'clock tomorrow. I think everybody and the mother will stop what they're doing, and the eyes of a nation and the hopes of a nation will be on Gareth Southgate and the lads as they go into the semi-final against Denmark in what has to be classed as a very, very even contest. Obviously, they've got that recent victory over us. England haven't conceded a goal this campaign. Looking really, really steady, solid away, if not spectacular, prior to the Ukraine game. But England seem to be bubbling and just getting to their best at the right time of the tournament, and that is a great, great sign. Up against us is former European, champions before. They've been there, they've done it, they know what's what. Certainly the FA there. I remember back, I think it was 92, a very, very unfancy Denmark team who qualified by default, turn up, no pressure on them, they rock up and they win the entire bloody thing. And again, I think the greatest compliment I can give to both teams, to be fair, is that both teams seem so relaxed. There's they're just going about the stuff. There's no dramas, no fallouts in the squad. Obviously, the Danish, because of the tragic events, what happened, earlier on in the tournament, that's really, I think, brought them together more than anything. And it's got the feel of two club teams as opposed to two national teams. Going head to head in this one. It's got a very much a club feel about it that you don't normally get in international football. So again, another credit to both sets of management teams, in particular Graham Jones, because obviously a black and white twist on it all and stuff like that. But it's really difficult, I think, to split these two. I think for a positive from Southgate is going to be that the Danish have got no clue what's coming at them. You know, he could play three at the back, wing backs. He could play four at the back. We've got an absolute embarrassment of riches sitting, especially in the wide areas, in the attacking midfield areas. They do not know which combination. It could just as easily revert to your Fodens, your Grealishes of the world, or does he start with a Sterling, a Sancho? There's all sorts of different permutations that you can bring in. Does Henderson get a start in midfield? Does he rest one of the two? Does he drop one of the whole midfielders and play a little bit more attacking? Because there's just no way of guessing. There's so much quality in the England team that there's no way. There's probably even the England coaches, up until when they really sit down and start to go through it, probably don't know what the hell's going to happen, because it's like you look at it and you're constantly thinking, how do you leave Grealish out? How is Grealish not involved? Then you think, well, Foden isn't. And then you're looking at other players who've had a fantastic season. Sancho, up till recently, no opportunities at all. And there's difficult choices here, there and everywhere. But certainly with how England have approached this tournament and rotated and changed things constantly, the Danish will not know at all what Southgate is contemplating for the upcoming game tomorrow. So that again is a huge advantage. 60,000 England fans has to be, after the year and a bit that we have had, has to be a huge psychological boost to all of the England players. And if the atmosphere is anything like what the Germany game was like, again, that has to be maybe worth a head start in terms of the outcome of the game and stuff. Saying that, I'm not a betting man, but if I was, I still think that England will shy it and just shave it slightly, to be honest. Form wise and everything else, it's very, very close, but you'd have to say home advantage, that crowd behind them, that noise, that passion, I think we'll just edge the Danish, and I've got a feeling it's going to be a narrow one. I wouldn't be surprised if we conceded the first goal of the tournament during this game, but I want to go 2-1, and I wasn't too far off in the last game, so hopefully I'm right. At the end of the day, all that matters is England get the victory, and then at the end of this week, it can be history. The first major chance to put all those years of hurt away against a Spanish or an Italian team. What a final that will be. Like I say, hopefully it's the Italians. I'd like to see Italy v England in the final, and I think that going into that one, again, you'd have to feel confident. England, remember, are the highest ranked team according to the rankings, that is the FIFA rankings, in the competition. So you've got to say we should be confident, but I've been through too many of these. Been through way too many of these to forget when we've been favourites. Even recently, like the Iceland game, that shouldn't have been the contest. It's like England v Sheffield or something like that. You know what I mean, in size terms. And we blew that. So we are capable of pressing the self-destruct button. But I've just got a feeling from watching them and how cool and calm and focused they are. Also, seeing Harry Kane hit form at the right time. You know, you wouldn't put it past him now to go on and score a few in the semi, score a few in the final, and end up Golden Boot winner after a very, very ropey start indeed to the tournament, where he looked off the pace, he looked unfit, maybe uninterested, injured. I don't know what's what, but since that goal, he looked a different animal against against Ukraine. He was hungry. He was in there. He was further up. He was in the box. He was in the faces. He was the Harry Kane that everybody knows, and I do expect them. If England are to go through and win it, he's going to overtake Shearer and he's going to overtake Lineker with regards to goals scored at major finals. That is for certain. So yeah, 2-1 is my prediction. That's what I'm going for. Let me know down below in the comments what you think the score will be. We're going to be doing something separate for all the Newcastle shenanigans that are going off at the moment, because it literally is like its own carry-on movie franchise. But that appears to be gathering pace. Stavely coming out recently. Nick DeMarco's been talking. Mike Ashley's had his 2 pence in. So lots of things there. So we're just waiting to see developments as it progresses. And then we're going to do a video collectively about the shenanigans going on at St James's Park. But nice to see the lads back training today. The new training gear, what did you think of it? I thought it looked very Puma-esque, I must admit. It didn't look too dissimilar. But I liked it. I want to see what the quality is like and what it looks like a little bit closer. We also got a little sneaky peek of the home shirt, which is coming out on the 10th of July. Finally, some information on that. And we also got to learn a little bit about the contract situation with Dwight Gale being photographed at the training camp today, doing his thing. So obviously he has agreed to a new contract, because otherwise he wouldn't have a contract at the moment and he'd be at Newcastle. Would make no sense. So yeah, news still awaited on your Fernandez of the world. Paul Dummett was seen there, so the club have exercised the option that they've got on his contract. But yeah, I didn't see any Fernandez. I didn't see any Carroll, but shall certainly be keeping a keen eye out on Newcastle's Twitter to make sure if there is any sign of those players at the training ground, we'll get it reported to you and we'll know that they are on board for next season, because as of yet, still nobody through the door. It's just farcical, isn't it? It really, really is farcical, but not helped by obviously the Euros being a year late, not helped by the shenanigans down at the Premier League and the circus, which is the takeover. But like I say, we'll touch on that on a separate video really, really shortly. In the meantime, enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Hopefully, Carl is reporting on a very, very impressive England win and England getting through to a final of a major tournament. And hopefully that'll be a fantastic lift to everybody in the country who's been through the absolute shite over this, like I say, past year and a bit like that. Restrictions lifting, England progressing to the final and perhaps even winning the thing. Yeah, spot on. Spotty dogs, speak to you later, keep it too.